Hey everybody, welcome into the studio. I'm Andy. Today we're going to talk about getting some high gain metalish tones out of Marshall DSL40, right? So, in all fairness, I haven't tried this yet. I decided, if I like to kind of show off the sound of an amp, just by getting the room sound across on video, which is not that easy to do. And because recording, through the recording medium, there's so many ways we could do this. But so I decided it might be good, to get a close-up listen to the tone, the kind of tone we can get out of this with a couple of different guitars, and, track a little basic something real quick so just so we can hear it, like double-tracked and spread out, can this amp deliver like a usable metal tone? I don't know, right? Let's find out. So the settings on it right now are kind of just what I dialed in inside of 10 seconds when I sat down and turned everything on a minute ago. So that's where we're going to start from. I'm not a metal player, so don't be here looking for some cool metal riffs. That's not what's going to go on right now. I've got some stuff, sure, and we'll do a close kind of assimilation of we'll fake some metal a little bit, but this is just so you'll come away from this video and you'll understand. If you're a person that's looking for this amp for heavy tones and you're wondering will I be able to do that, this should answer that question. So first we're gonna play with this Ibanez 7-string here. It's outfit. This is a Geo. Don't be fooled. This is a $200. See my video. I've got videos about it. It's amazing 7-string guitar. But it is outfitted with Fishman Fluence Abasis. So these, it's a great high gain pickup. It's great for metal, great for a high gain sound. So let's have a listen, shall we? My tracks, I've got some tracks up here. I'll show you real quick. I'm gonna go ahead. This is what's on this DSL channel. I've pulled a little bit of top of the EQ, a little bit of the mid EQ. There's a compression general kind of compressor boost, and a little bit of bass through this harmonic exciter, the Revival. And that's kind of it. There's not much processing going on there. And then it's double. I was going to do a double track, so we'll pan that to the center there. I was like, oh, I don't have a button for that scene. And turn this thingy on and let's see what we can get going. So I should say, as a quick aside, like I said, this is not going to be a master class in miking this amp and getting the best tone from this amp. That is not at all what this is. At best, this is getting this amp mic'd and into this video, this tone, in a manner that you can make a decision, about whether or not that tone will do it for you. So you can hear right off the bat, right? It's really easy to get some chunk out of this amp. You can see the settings there. We have got the gain rolling really high. And, with tube amps, this is a tube amp. You're really, once, after you get up to a certain point with the gain, you're really just adding compression, really, I think, to your tone. You're not going to get a whole lot more gain past, the 3 o'clock kind of, like 75% of that knob. I don't know, argue with me. But we've got it up there pretty high. Now, as far as the rest of the settings go, I'm like, treble's on the left. They do this backwards. It's treble, mid, then bass when you look at that equalization. And then the little black dot, that's a tone shift that throws it into like a mid scoop. We are in that mid scoopy, depressed tone mode button. The next two buttons over, and these are that one and that one, are presence and resonance. They're both at like 12 o'clock. The presence is just a hair over 12 o'clock. Like, so let's see. And this is just bridge pickup, you know. I don't know. I feel like there's not a lot of point in tweaking that sound out like much further. I'll play around with the knobs a little bit, let you hear kind of what happens when I turn them. So that should give you like a quick little idea. I mean, those tone controls are really active. You're going to really affect your tone when you move those around. As is the cone on that speaker. When you move that microphone around, I mean, it's a tremendous difference in sound as well. So that's what I mean. This is not at all a masterclass in recording, and this is not at all, you know, the perfect tone out of this amp mic'd for recording. We're not saying that. I just want you to hear what the amp sounds like and get an idea, right? So let's throw a little bit of this tone into this project. We'll like track just some simple chords. And so I'm not saying that this is my go-to tone or anything like that, but we're in an okay place with that tone. Okay, so let's get some more tracks going here, and we'll grab a different guitar. We'll throw some more guitar up into there and see what happens, right? So, I mean, so far, like I said, that's a pretty decent tone. There's a lot of improvement you could do to that tone just through pedals, EQ stuff, right? The correct microphones. But I'll tell you what, in the room, it sounds big, it sounds fat, it sounds delicious. So let's do. Let's get this cable out of the way first of all. We'll plug in the Kiesel. We have a Kiesel Osiris here. We'll do the next tracks with that. Same tone settings. Same tone settings. Be just fine. I don't know. What are we gonna say on that? Does it pass? It's like that's a big fat guitar mix out of just one tone on a DSL. have it. So that's a annoying sound, isn't it? That's an annoying sound. So real quick, that was pretty down and dirty. Down and dirty. Yeah, whatever it was. That's the high gain tone out of the Marshall. It's noisy over here, isn't it? If you were looking to get a metal tone out of this Marshall DSL, I think you can. Your guitar is going to make a difference, what you put through it and how you set it up. But that amp has a ton of gain, for sure. That's not boosted in any way. You drop a tube screamer in front of an amp, you're Scandinavian rocking, shredding metal all day long. I don't know what Scandinavians have to do anything, but if you're trying to get a metal tone and you're trying to do it with that amp, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I think it'll work out just fine. So have at it. That's all I got to say on the matter. If I was going to go out and play some metal, I'd do with that amp. That'd be fine. Anyways, hope you got a little something out of this if you watched it that long. If you didn't, sorry. Cheers. Have a good one. Rock.